Hello there, huh? Have you missed us? Because you were missed. Rumor has it that the internet has been a bit too quiet, with no one searching for the information that everyone truly wants. We're back, darlings, and no one's secrets are safe. So fasten your seatbelt. We're going to dissect the most recent voicemail left by Steven Twitch's boss today. For what reason did Twitch caution his wife? Why did everyone sign an NDA at his funeral? More significantly, why is Twitch's note to the police said to have included Elon's name? The more you examine Twitch's passing, the more you realize Ellen isn't as innocent as she first appears to be.
Because you're gonna have her wear it, and
All right.
Yo, Ellen, we go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear t-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, let's.
I mean,
you hold that.
okay.
All right.
I got this. Take two of the joke didn't work.
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. Hey, so cheers. Hey. Ellen, I heard you were sick, and look what I got you.
You
Your
got me.
boy. So whenever you get sick, you can have this. Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's the... Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really, that early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music.
The Ellen Show's executive producer, Steven Twitch, worked with Ellen for over 8 years until its conclusion in 2022. Twitch was a cheerful, affectionate man who brightened every space he entered, according to everyone who knew him. Everyone was so startled to learn that Steven had taken his own life on December 13, 2022. Ellen was linked to Twitch's death. According to rumors that are now becoming more widespread, she actually left the US because she was afraid that she would also be the subject of an inquiry following Diddy.
Early on the morning of Tuesday, December 12, Twitch packed a small bag with only a change of clothes and his handgun, slipped out of his house without telling Allison, turned his phone to airplane mode so he couldn't be tracked, and took an Uber to the Oak Tree Inn, a dreary 2-story motel in a hacienda-style building on heavily trafficked Ventura Boulevard, just a mile from his house, and paid $107 to reserve a room for a single night. Twitch made his way down to room 249 and let himself in. Allison reported to police that Twitch was missing shortly after he had left the house, noting with particular worry that she couldn't reach him by phone, and he had not taken his car with him when he left, 2 things that she said were very much out of character for him.
Because there were no details about Twitch's death, people just rushed to fill that void. This was at the time when Ellen had built this edifice as the nicest person on television. She would have YouTube stars, and all of a sudden that edifice was crumbling.
The news about Ellen created a wave of online criticism at the time.
Touching message from the widow of the dancer and TV personality and inspiration to a lot of us, known as Twitch. In her first social media post since Stephen Boss's death last week, Allison Holker shared this on Instagram, a selfie of the smiling couple. Holker left a short but powerful message. My one and only, oh, how my heart aches. We miss you so much. Twitch was last seen in this Instagram video he shared on December 11th, doing what he and she were known best for, dancing. Just 2 days later, he was found dead in a motel room in Los Angeles. The death was ruled a suicide. Twitch was 40 years old. Since then, there has been an outpouring of support for Holker and their 3 children.
Allegations of abuse toward Ellen led to the termination of the Ellen program just months before Twitch's death. We all recall, I believe, how startled everyone was to learn that Ellen, who had made kindness her whole personality, was actually abusive. Ellen expressed regret for her actions, and even made Twitch appear on the show as part of her apologies. She wanted to improve her appearance by using Twitch's image. It's also obvious that Twitch wasn't at ease.
Human beings are not designed to handle that much pressure. And when I was talking about my experience, his face was like, I know.
I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show. This is the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. My name is there. My name is there. My name is on underwear. We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting.
Rumor has it that Twitch witnessed something that he shouldn't have seen, and Ellen was a frequent attendee at Diddy's purported parties. Twitch may have been caught up in something far deeper than he understood because he was close to Ellen and attended these parties, which include some of the most influential individuals in the world. He sought to distance himself, according to some, while others think he was hushed before he could say anything. The mistrust has only grown because Ellen left the nation so discreetly and without making any significant public announcements or plans. These days, people connect the dots online. Diddy's and Elon's names have been mentioned in the same chats. Both have ties to the most sinister secrets in Hollywood. Both are surrounded by folks who passed away in terrible or enigmatic ways.
Hey, everybody. Everyone is in pain and trying to make sense of it, and we'll never make sense of it. And the holidays are hard, I think, anyway. But to honor Twitch, I think the best thing that we can do is to laugh and hug each other, and play games and dance and sing.
Prior to the series' conclusion earlier this year, he served as the in-house DJ.
Over a decade ago, I met someone who changed my life and our show. And I'm talking about you, Twitch. Come here. And I know it seems hard, it seems impossible, but that's how we honor him and hug each other and tell each other we love each other and let people know we're there for them.
Twitch told his wife everything in his note. He described to her what he witnessed at the parties, including incidents involving influential people and names he never thought would be connected to such a terrible side. He admitted to Allison that he had been coerced into keeping quiet and that Ellen and other people close to him were not who they said they were. Leaked sources claim that Twitch's parting message was a warning as much as a farewell. Everything was then made clear by his voice note, which was purportedly a tape to Ellen. Although the voice note has never been made public, it has been brought up in a number of internet forums and in leaked direct messages. According to some, Allison still possesses a copy. Some claim that it was removed or stolen soon after Twitch was discovered dead.
We're learning more tonight about the tragic suicide of Stephen Twitch Boss and the detailed steps he took to hide his plans. TMZ is reporting when Twitch left his home the day before his suicide, he took an Uber to a motel about a mile away. At the motel, he switched his phone to airplane mode so no one could reach him. The motel manager says he checked in under his own name and never left his room. We also now know that Twitch left his suicide note. Details have not been made public, but TMZ reports the note alluded to challenges Twitch had faced in the past. Entertainer Tyler Perry knows firsthand what that is like.
I want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide a couple of times because it was so dark. I thought the only way to make this better, this pain go away, is to end my life. Had any of those attempts happened, I would have missed the best part of my life.
Following the raid on Diddy's Miami mansion in 2024, Ellen declared her intention to permanently leave the country. Fans saw that Ellen also attempted to alter her appearance, and her departure coincided nicely with Diddy's imprisonment. A woman who had always been blonde decided to alter her hair color and relocate to England in order to start again. However, many found the timing too strange. Why would Ellen abruptly disappear from the public eye at the same time as Diddy? Business started to fall apart due to traffic accusations, and the reason for the significant picture shift.
They're losing their minds.
She sounded so sincere, didn't she?
Very sincere.
Virtually choke on her words. But the best one for me is Ellen DeGeneres, who is, by the way, a very nasty person. I've had dealings with her in Australia.
Could
I tell you some stories about that cow? But anyway, good riddance to her. But she was quite friendly with that P. Diddy bloke, wasn't she?
Well, this is why I say release the Diddy files.
Yeah.
Release the Diddy files. Come on, Donald Trump. We want to know whose name.
So maybe she's hightailing out of there before all that is thrown at her as well. But what a bunch of hypocrites.
Ellen DeGeneres and her wife, Portia de Rossi, have reportedly fled the US, bound for the UK, after Donald Trump's landslide victory. Numerous publications are reporting the couple have left the United States permanently. There are also reports the couple have put their Montecito mansion on the market. Entertainment publication The Wrap has the exclusive story and said Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have moved to rural England, put their Montecito estate on the market, and plan to never return to the United States, telling friends the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation. Ellen DeGeneres has been a vocal Trump critic, so the move doesn't come as a surprise to most.
You're really bad. If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
Ellen DeGeneres has been seen rocking a new hair color since moving to the UK. The comedian changed her signature blonde look to brunette as she was seen enjoying a night out with friends at a pub called The Farmer's Dog. Ellen went out with her wife, Portia de Rossi, and a few friends, including the Torn singer Natalie Imbruglia. Sources told TMZ earlier this week that Ellen and Portia moved to England because of Donald Trump's re-election. They have reportedly settled into their new home in the southwest region of England, but they purchased the property before the election. Hey, I guess if Ellen's got a new place, why not get a new do?
Twitch is not the only individual to have passed away inexplicably in relation to Diddy. Not to mention that Diddy is accused of poisoning Jamie Foxx. Back in the day, Jaime Foxx was a frequent attendee at Diddy's parties, but he was reportedly barred from returning after Diddy spotted him recording him. Jaime supposedly has his own videos. Additionally, Diddy learned about these tapes in 2023. At the same time, the FBI began looking into him. Then all of a sudden, news broke that Jaime Foxx was experiencing an unspecified medical emergency, and he vanished from sight for nearly a year.
So I was doing, of course, the stand-up, doing the wine and shit. And then it wasn't until literally I was throwing these parties at my crib, and I would always throw parties for like musical guys, So I threw a party for Puff. Puff comes and big party. It's like 2,000. Puff is there. And it's all about him. And I'll never forget, he got mad at me a little bit because I would follow him, and I would actually follow him with a camera, because at that time Puff was the biggest guy in the world. You couldn't even get in his parties. So the way I would get in his parties, I show up with a camera. Like, yo, Puff, you need to document this. And he turned around, what's up, Playboy? I said, yeah, let me get that, man. Ain't nobody getting this. And it wasn't back in the day with the camera phone. I had the big fucking Canon that you put on your shoulder and the light and I said, let me change the battery, let me get all this.
The one with Jamie Foxx saying the fact that when his special comes out, he's actually going to talk about the fact that Diddy's the one that poisoned him. Again, this is a story.
I heard that story too.
From the upcoming Netflix comedy show, Jamie Foxx expected to include the actor addressing a mysterious 2023 health crisis that left him hospital. This is from today.
Right.
For more than 20 days and recovering for months more, but has also sparked rumors it was Diddy. I may have some of the response for which Combs Camp has denied, but Fox has not. I mean, of course Combs Camp is going to deny, but it's what Fox is going to say, because everyone's interested in what Fox's story is.
But now if you go and you look further about the number of people that have had this sudden death thing happen to them that are related to Diddy, it's like some viral lung or something, like some weird.
In his new Netflix special, Jamie Foxx revealed that Diddy was the reason behind his disappearance.
Jaime Foxx disclosed in his most recent Netflix special that Diddy was the cause of his absence. Jaime was attacked at a Beverly Hills hotel a few weeks after her Netflix show premiered. Jaime was hurt in the attack, and it would take blindness to miss the link. Diddy was making a very clear statement with this. I'll come after you if you mess with me.
Jamie Foxx was injured during an altercation at a Beverly Hills restaurant. Foxx is speaking out about the incident, which is being investigated by police. It comes just days after the Oscar winner revealed for the first time that a brain bleed caused him to suffer a stroke last year. Here's ABC's Phil Lipoff.
Tonight, actor Jamie Foxx is recovering after an altercation at his birthday dinner in Beverly Hills left him needing stitches. Local police received a call about an incident at the high-end Mr. Chow restaurant near Rodeo Drive just after 10 p.m. Friday night. A representative for the actor saying someone from another table threw a glass that hit Foxx in the face. It's unclear whether Foxx was involved in the fight or merely a bystander. No arrests were made, but the investigation remains ongoing. It has already been an eventful month for the Oscar winner. In his recently released Netflix stand-up special, Foxx opened up about the mysterious health crisis that put him in the hospital for several weeks last year. Fox telling the audience a doctor gave his family a grim diagnosis.
He told my sister some horrible news about her big brother. He said he's having a brain bleed that's led to a stroke.
But now, the actor is proud he beat the odds.
Said I couldn't walk, but look at me now.
And Lindsay, Fox appears to be keeping this positive attitude through this latest incident, writing on social media this morning, "The devil is busy, but I'm too blessed to be stressed." Lindsay?
Fox seemingly brushing it off. Phil, thank you.
This is the second time Diddy has escaped. Diddy has been declared not guilty despite hundreds of witnesses, videotapes demonstrating his claimed involvement, and even tangible evidence linking him to the crime. Combs is found guilty of transporting ex-girlfriends Cassie and Jane, but not guilty of the more serious accusations of racketeering, conspiracy, and prostitution, according to the official ruling. Nobody could have predicted this. That Diddy verdict doesn't even make logic. According to one guy, "Funny how you are convicted of prostitution, transportation, but not of sex." "Yeah, it's wild," said another. "How you're not guilty of sex, but guilty of moving. It would be equivalent to charging someone for operating the getaway vehicle while claiming the heist never took place."
But he's going to get the maximum. The judge will give him the maximum, just like they gave O.J. Simpson the maximum in Vegas, because he got off Simpson in L.A. when he clearly killed these two people. And then when they got a second crack at him on a minor beef, relatively, of theft, they sentenced him to heavy time. So Diddy will go to prison, and he should. He's evil. And I say that because I just wrote a book called Confronting Evil.
Yeah,
he used narcotics and violence to coerce people to do what he wanted to do. That's evil. Sorry.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Stephen.
Now, back to Trump.
Well, hold on. Stephen
Who-
wants to weigh in on what you just said. Go ahead.
Okay.
Only thing I want to weigh in, I don't want to castigate the entire culture. I'm tired of, we see pictures of a few bad apples conducting themselves in very disgusting manners and thinking that that's the entire industry. I'm a guy that was raised in the hip hop industry. I know an abundance of hip hop artists and beyond who have never engaged in, never been accused of, never would think of putting themselves in the kind of positions.
Well, the verdict is in. Sean Diddy Combs has been convicted on 2 counts of transportation of his ex-girlfriends to engage in prostitution, but cleared of the most serious charges against him. The music mogul has been found not guilty of racketeering conspiracy and 2 counts of sex trafficking. The charges he has been found guilty of are connected to his 2 former partners, including singer Cassie Ventura and a former girlfriend being referred to as Jane. In the U.S., it is a crime to knowingly transport any person with the intent that they engage in prostitution or illegal sexual activity. The 12-person jury deliberated for 3 days before reaching the verdict. The maximum penalty for each of the 2 guilty counts is 10 years in prison plus a fine.
How you feeling? Not bad. How are you?
Anything you want the public to know?
Not yet. We'll be saying something soon. Thank you.
We're hopeful that ultimately he receives a substantial sentence for what he's done, and we're pleased that Cassie's brought to light everything that has happened in this trial. I just spoke with her and with the U.S. Attorney's Office team, and she's in a good place. She's pleased that, again, that the jury has found him liable, or guilty of 2 federal crimes.
It's absolutely a win. The defense took a really big gamble going to trial on this case. Really, any time that a defendant chooses to go to trial against the federal government, it's a big gamble. They have a lot in their favor, and it really paid off for Combs.
Today's a great victory. It's a great victory for Sean Combs. It's a great victory for the jury system. You saw that the Southern District of New York prosecutors came at him with all that they had. They're not stopping, but one thing stands between all of us and a prison, and that is a jury of 12 citizens. And we had a wonderful jury. They listened to every word, and they got the situation right, or certainly right enough. They acquitted him of the sex trafficking, which he was absolutely innocent of. They acquitted him of the racketeering conspiracy that he was absolutely innocent of, and all of the components to it. The kidnapping, he was innocent of that. The arson, he was innocent of that. The obstructing justice, he was innocent of that. And that is no longer just me saying that. That is the verdict of our jury.
Diddy now faces a potential sentence of 20 years in jail, with his sentencing scheduled for October. It is unclear if Diddy will receive a 20-year term, but some fans believe he could get away with just 6 months of probation and community service because of this. Diddy will remain in detention until his sentencing because the judge has so far refused to grant him bail.
And we know that sentencing hearing scheduled for the fall. Sean Diddy Combs has already been in custody for about 9 months now, and he's also facing dozens of civil lawsuits. What more does he have ahead of him before that hearing? We know, I think it's on October 3rd.
October 3rd at 10 a.m. is when Sean Combs is going to be sentenced for his conviction on 2 counts of transportation for the purposes of prostitution. Each of those counts carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years. And so prosecutors pointed out in their letter to the judge his total exposure is 20 years in prison. And the judge today, Whit, said that Combs's propensity for violence was starkly depicted on that 2016 hotel security camera footage. That may well factor into the judge's sentencing decisions. In the meantime, Sean Combs will continue to be incarcerated at MDC in Brooklyn, the federal jail in Brooklyn, where he's been since his arrest.
Cassie is in danger. Her attorney has argued that Diddy is a danger to her and other witnesses, and has requested the court to keep him in jail as he awaits sentencing. Attorney Douglas Wigder wrote to Judge Aaron Subramanian that Cassie was afraid Diddy would target her and all the other people who testified against him. According to Ms. Ventura, Mr. Combs is probably going to endanger the community as well as the victims who testified in this case, including herself.
Ventura's friend Deontay Nash has sent a letter to the judge requesting that he deny Diddy's bail. You know, Deontay Nash is one of Cassie's friends, and he was also her former stylist who testified against Diddy in his criminal trial. He testified about multiple instances of violence that he endured and that he also saw Cassie Ventura go through. Now he has just submitted a letter to the judge asking that he deny Diddy's bail until Diddy is sentenced on the 2 charges of prosta. Deontay Nash said, "I am writing to express my grave concern over the prospect of Sean Combs being released from custody. While I appreciate the fairness that you have shown throughout this proceeding, I feel compelled to be unequivocal about the danger he possesses to the public and to the individuals who have risked everything by coming forward." Mr. Combs has a long, well-documented history of violent, coercive, and retaliatory behavior. Over the years, he has repeatedly escaped meaningful accountability, and each time, this has only reinforced his sense of impunity. If he is released now, I have no doubt that he will see it as yet another license to continue intimidating, threatening, and harming people who challenged or exposed him. Many of us have firsthand knowledge of the fear that he instills in those around him.
Gene Deal has also responded to the decision. He believes Diddy's career is done, regardless of the verdict. Everyone is aware of Diddy's current state as a monster. He was the subject of 34 witnesses' statements. The victims, the testimony, the tapes, and the parties. What's already out there cannot be hidden.
They already knew this was going to happen. What did I say, Mighty? I said that if it goes before January the 4th, it ain't going to look good for the prosecutor. Didn't I say that? I said that means that they probably just get him on the sexual charges. But if it goes past the 4th, that means they really want to do their job and see and get this nigga a lot of time. Because they knew they had proved the sexual with the dudes, you know, paying them to come and have sex with the girls and everything like that. But we found out a lot of things about this dude in this trial, bro. A lot of none of us even knew. But they celebrating this. This dude is psychotic. I don't care what you say, bro. You look at some of the stuff that he did, and like I say, that's what's good in the hood now.
Diddy is pursuing those who voiced their opposition to him. Diddy released a hit on Gan Deal and paid individuals to throw hands with him. According to Roger Bonds, a famous security guy who worked with Diddy, Diddy has a track record of acting in this manner. Celebrity bodyguard, Big Homie CC, said in a Piers Morgan show that he received threats for criticizing Diddy.
He was like, yo, if y'all see Gene, I'm telling y'all, man, somebody better punch him in the face. Somebody better do something to him, man. He out here doing this, that, and we be like, all right.
Okay, so when was this? Because was Gene doing interviews at this point?
Yeah, we talking like 2008, 2009. Gene was spreading the word. You know, Gene was always bad-mouthing Gene.
Wait, hold on. Vlad TV started in 2008, 2009. YouTube was really early.
No, he wasn't doing YouTube and stuff. He was going around talking a lot of shit. And we all from Harlem. So he was just talking a lot of and it's a small, Harlem is small.
So what was Gene Deal saying during that time? What did you hear?
He basically was talking about Puff fighting women, hitting women, that was going on with him and Kim. Puff being gay, you know, with him and Usher and shit like that. He was talking the same shit that he's talking now on a major scale, but he was spreading it around Harlem.
Okay.
So it was basically a thing where, yo, if y'all see, man, I'm telling y'all better hear, he got hands put on him, this, that, and the other. But we seen him, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Piers, let me ask you a question. From your journalistic perspective, have you ever noticed how in this industry, people untimely meet their demise as soon as somebody else seems like they're having a problem? Have you ever seen that before?
Well, there was, of course, the case of one of his other ex-girlfriends, Kim Porter, who died of pneumonia at a very young age. You just referenced your own situation with pneumonia that you believe was deliberate poisoning. Do you believe that may be what happened to her?
Why are so many people coming down with pneumonia? Why is that happening to everybody? What is that about? Where have you ever seen this many cases of pneumonia associated with one situation? So, you know.
There were rumors.
I'm not saying.
Well, I was going to mention on this that there have been rumors circulating online that Diddy may have poisoned Jamie Foxx, which caused his 2023 hospitalization. In his Netflix show, he compared Combs to the devil in revealing his near-death experience after a brain bleed and stroke. He said, I say this all the time, I saw the tunnel, I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel. I thought, shit, have I gone to the wrong place? I looked at the end of the tunnel and I thought I saw the devil saying, come on, or was that Puffy?
That's it. Another corpse buried beneath the golden carpet of Hollywood. A well-liked dancer, a world-renowned figure, a man who illuminated every space, reduced to a minor detail in a scandal that no one wants to discuss. Twitch made an effort to alert us. His note wasn't merely a farewell, it served as a roadmap. However, we lost the route because of the industrial. Did he, too? Despite the walls closing in, he continues to play the game. Is he going to be sentenced in October? Will justice be done at last? Or will the system shield a star with too much power and too many secrets? We'll be monitoring, as always.